Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to do a video breaking down this whole Drew McIntyre LA Knight situation because I've been reading a lot of the talking points on Twitter or X, and I disagree with a lot of people. A lot of people think that what happened between LA Knight and Drew McIntyre on Smackdown was a shoot. I am of the belief that it is a work. Now, if you're new to wrestling, you don't know what those means. A shoot basically means it's real. They're not messing around. What you're seeing is actually real and they've got actual beef. A work is when it's planned. You know, they know what they're doing. They've talked about it backstage. Everything is going according to plan. So to give you some backstory, got a video here from the Royal Rumble. Now, Drew McIntyre, before I play this video, has said previously on X, although I couldn't find the video, but I'm sure you guys have seen it if you're Drew McIntyre fans, that if you don't hear it from his mouth, then it is not true. And don't make any assumptions. Now, some dirt sheets came out saying that, or not dirt sheets, there were rumors going around saying that Drew McIntyre was furious backstage because somebody in the ring just had to get their moves in to get themselves over. Now, if you look at this footage here, it looks like Damian Priest bumps into LA Knight as Drew McIntyre is going over the top rope. And the insinuation there, or what they were saying basically, is that the cameraman didn't know really where to look. The fans didn't know where to look. Usually when there's an elimination of somebody like Drew McIntyre, who is one of the biggest stars in the company, the focus is going to be on them because it's going to be shocking to see them get eliminated. Because Logan Paul and LA Knight were in the middle of the ring, people were confused of what to look at. I think that's what the assumption was. Now, when I went back and looked at this, if that's the premise that we are going off of, I actually think that LA Knight and Logan were in the right spot and they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. And Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre rushed the spot. Don't think Jey Uso has like any blame here whatsoever. He kind of just got caught up in it from what I could see. Because if you look at it originally, Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest are both laying down as Logan and LA Knight are in the middle of the ring. Now, I'm not a wrestler, obviously, but from what I understand, when everybody is laid out and somebody is in the middle of the ring, they're going to get their shit in. You're going to wait. They're going to do their thing. Then you're going to move on. It seems like Drew and Damian rushed the spot. Anyway, everyone thought that Drew McIntyre was pissed at LA Knight again because of this. Now, it's very clear that LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and the WWE, Triple H, whoever it might be, was paying attention to what was being said online. And we know they were paying attention to what was being said online because of this clip.
Oh, wait. I forgot to get my stuff in. Memphis, tell them whose game this is.
Now, that is in direct reference to what we were reading online. I just had to get my stuff in. So we don't know if LA Knight is the person Drew McIntyre is referencing, but we know Drew is very vocal online. He's got one of the best social medias, if not the best social media of all the wrestlers. It's always entertaining. So we know he's paying attention to what is being said online. I think LA Knight is the same. Whilst he's not as vocal online as Drew McIntyre, LA Knight's been in the game for a very long time. He knows how to navigate these seas. What I think is happening here, actually before we get there, I'll play you the clip of what people think is actually causing, what people think was a shoot was essentially real.
And that plays into the hands of the massive Scotsman.
Drew McIntyre officially.
So there you can see that Drew McIntyre slapped LA Knight on the back of the head. You see here, he comes in and he slaps him on the back of the head, which is actually quite hilarious. And LA Knight reacts. Look at his face. He does look pissed, and he swipes, and it looks like he hit him around the ear. Yeah, it looks like he got his ear. And then Drew, you know, he's selling it kind of, and then they get into their whole like they start wrestling. Now, the reason that I think it's a work is because when Drew is punching him here, these are not the punches of somebody that knows how to fight. And I think, judging from the stories I've heard of Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, they know how to fight. These guys have probably gone into loads of bar brawls. They're not the kind of guys you want to get into a fight with. Those punches are work punches. They're fake punches. He's not hitting LA Knight for real. I don't think LA Knight hit him for real either. He swung round. It was an open palm as well. He didn't go for a punch. What I think happened here is they paid attention to what was happening online and they lent into it, which is great. It's great to know that they're really paying attention to what people are saying on X, because a lot of the conversation happens on that app. It was kind of cool to see. You know, I was watching Smackdown. I thought, okay, you know what? They're paying attention to what we're saying. Even if we get it wrong, they're locked in. That's a good sign. But as for it being a shoot or a work, no. I think there is potential that Drew McIntyre was actually pissed off at LA Knight, and they saw what was going on online and they said, okay, cool, you know, we have to be professionals. Let's put this to one side. Let's work this into the match. Because if there was genuine heat and he genuinely hated him, I don't think that they would put them in a match so quickly without like ironing out some details. I think he probably got pissed at him if it is him, and they thought let's work this in because the thing with Drew is that it is so hard to tell if this guy is being serious or not. And that's how good of an actor he is. That's how good he sells his character. I've watched him on Busted Open before, and I watched him doing this this speech when they asked him some questions, and he threw the mic and he said "fuck this" and he walked out. And I was sitting there like, I can't tell if he's actually mad or not. And that's how great he is. I really hope they put a championship on him. But I don't want to make this into a Drew McIntyre glazing video, even though he's one of my favorites now. And LA Knight, they're both fantastic workers. I hope the best for them. This was a really cool match, but just to put that to bed, if anybody sees this video, I know we're a new channel. I believe this was a work. I don't believe it was a shoot. I think they probably ironed things out backstage, and they said, let's just work it into the match. It did look more real because Jimmy Uso ran over very quickly to sort of break up and work himself back into the match. But no, if Drew was trying to hurt LA Knight there, he would have punched him like with a closed fist into his back, the same fashion in which we saw Brock Lesnar punch Braun Strowman in the face when he basically wanted to give him a receipt because he pissed him off. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel. We're very, very new. We're going to be ramping up the wrestling content on this channel. You might even get some WWE 2K25 content because the game actually looks pretty good this time around. It's not Here Comes the Pain, but it looks pretty good. Anyways, guys, take care. Have a good day and peace.